This is vlog number 2, and I'm going to be talking about chapter 13 and 6 essays in reading pop culture. So, chapter 13 discusses different ways media uses for certain mediums. Messages through the media are seen differently depending on the person who's seeing them and what their own views of that are. Media is the main way people get a lot of their information and their advertising or messages. From TV, computers, anything like that. Media also is taking up a lot of people's time, and they really cannot stay away from that. So because of that, because of all the time spent, companies like to track what you're seeing and what messages you like or what messages you're visiting or advertisements, and then that from there they can create different groups based on who likes what and who doesn't. So they can gear their messages or advertisings toward what that person likes based on what they've liked in the past. So, next in reading pop culture, there were 6 essays. The first one was on novel reading, and this was about how novels have a negative impact on children especially. And because of this, children should be limited and kind of barred off from a lot of media and seeing a lot of that. It has negative impacts on them. The second is essay, teen literature and fan culture, and this talks about the rise in fan culture and how popular it has become, but also how it has a good impact on society. Anyone can be a part of whatever group, multiple groups. They don't discriminate, and it can be a good, safe place for people to go, and it can make them feel less isolated. I personally think that is a positive for society as well. The third essay is The Art of Immersion, Fear of Fiction, and it's about technology, or about how technology is a better way to get media advertisement or messages. It's more entertaining, people enjoy it more, and it's just overall a better form of putting that out there is through media. The fourth essay is My Zombie Myself, Why Modern Life Feels Rather Undead. And this one was specifically interesting because the author makes a comparison from media to zombies, and pretty much he says that like zombies never stop coming at you, neither do messages and certain advertisements, and they always are there, and that the only way to live a happy and healthy life is to just ignore them and kind of put it on a filter so you don't see it all the time, so don't let it take over your life pretty much. And the fifth essay is Escape from the Matrix, and that talks about how social media is addicting for teenagers because they constantly feel like if they put their phone down, they're going to miss out on something. And I personally am guilty of that. I have not been on my phone for a while, and then I've been like, okay, I need to get on it, I need to see what I missed. And this is honestly really unhealthy for people to do, and I completely agree with the author that we shouldn't really have a fear of missing out on social media when we are missing out on real life, when we're constantly on social media, and we should value those real life experiences more than the ones that we see on social media. The last essay is Why Video Games Should Be Played with Friends, Not Online with Strangers. And this discusses the culture of gamers and their relationships with their friends playing games versus random people online. A lot of kids who play video games are now playing with people they don't even know online versus them playing with people they do know and they're their friends. It's making them more isolated. They're just staying home playing video games versus having that connection with their friend there with them. Then you're kind of less guarded from the real world. You're right there having a good experience. A lot of the times kids don't really interact with people very well because they're constantly on that online world, and it's huge in culture right now, in society right now. And I personally don't think it's having a good impact on kids. I agree with the author that people should have that real connection with their friends and not just be sitting there isolated playing the game. They should want to have like a deeper meaning to what they're doing.